Hello, my loves. How are you this fabulous Friday? I have missed you since yesterday. I have spent the whole day retooling amalgamation so that all the art is present. It is in the envelopes in front of me. In between doing that and retooling certain numbers on the website, I've been watching sumo wrestling all day. Yeah, that's not a joke. I've actually been watching sumo wrestling all day. I got to catch the replay of last night's bouts in Tokyo, where the current Yokozuna was able to secure a win in a really awesome final match. There is another sumo wrestler that is currently working his way up to Yokozuna and is actually fighting tonight toward the end of the night. Well, I should say 7 hours from now, their night. So that's what I've been doing: sumo wrestling and art. Hellbolt, sumo is amazing. I am hooked. Was Enho in this basho? No. Taro was last night, and it was funny because the person who Taro was up against, attempted a leg sweep, but it ended up more like a leg kick, which is illegal in sumo. And he got very mad and threw him from the ring. And Taro just gave him the stare as as his opponent was down in the crowd, and it was the dopest Taro you're ever gonna see. For those who don't follow sumo, yeah, none of that meant anything to you, but it is awesome. And I found out there is a major sumo federation here in LA, and as soon as they announce dates, I will be doing sumo and sushi. Um, yeah, so Dangle has kicked it off today with a gaggle of Super Bowl squares for his purchase that we're going to get to momentarily. Ice Wolf. Actually, Sepulros, there's two really good sumo channels on Twitch. One of them, which is on right now showing the live day 7, is Midnight Sumo. I highly recommend it. As a matter of fact, depending on what artists are still streaming when this is over, I may send you to sumo just for fun. Sumo, you say? Yeah, but Paul, your oversized diaper hanging in the closet was not for sumo, so don't try to pass that off. You're a wily one. How do we get Super Bowl squares again? I'm not gonna tell you, Dangle, that you got 12 Super Bowl squares because you spent $300 worth of Super Break product, and incidentally, you also got four squares in the DCD Collects Super Bowl square pool because you spent $300 total. I'm not going to get into what that breakdown is, albeit whether it's 25 or 75 respectively. I'm going to let you figure it out, but I am going to tell you, because I feel like throwing you a bone, that all purchases are going to go towards at least our pool, with anything Super Break being in theirs. But again, I'm not going to go into those details. Speaking of what's going on, let me give shout outs to my DC-aholics. Shout out to KP, Maitland, Hellbolt, I love you, man. T-Bone, Lee Cozy, thanks for the raid, by the way. Lonely, Chromarian, Crystal, how are you doing? Cold, how are you? Dangle, as always, Ice Wolf. You too. Iron Goldie, how are you? Jack Daniels. Katie Bear. Oh, Katie Bear, how are you, darling? Kit, what's going on? Hello, lady. Oh, Mr. Young. Mr. Young is here. Hide your break. He is here. He is here. Doom, how are you doing? Rogue, Scoob, Sepulros, and Verunder, how are you doing? What up, two? What up, two? Yeah, we have a full crew. Thank you, Lee, for that. All of my friends are in the chat right now, and if you are listening to this after this is live, you are my friend too. Thank you so much for tuning into our cute little channel where we have art and other cool things, like talk of sumo wrestling. Oh, Scoobs, you shouldn't feel bad tonight, man. You should feel good tonight. It's Friday, and somewhere in Japan, well, Tokyo specifically, there are two really heavy men slamming into each other really, really hard while hundreds of people look on. Mr. Young, you missed one heck of a There Will Be Blood break. Paul, Paul Maitland's like, hey, you're baiting me. There it is. I told you I retooled it. Let's start with Ice Wolf. Because Ice Wolf has something due from yesterday. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to have to renumber some of these, but first, I am going to have to do some shuffling, even though I already forgot what the heck I put in these and how I did it, because I was doing them blindly while watching sumo wrestling. I am still going to shuffle them to the best of the ability without damaging any of the comic books inside. And then I am going to have our dear friend Hellbolt. Hellbolt, I want you to pick a number 1 through 11. And that is where we're going to start the numbering from the original set list, which I will show you in a moment. Well, you know, Paul, it wouldn't be the first time somebody called me a master of ceremonies. 7. 7 from, okay, 7. Now, Katie Bear, we're going to get you involved. I'm going to put you to work now that you're here. Katie Bear, I'm going to ask you a question, and I need you to answer this seriously. Top or bottom? Top or bottom, Katie? Hellbolt says 7. I need to know top or bottom. Top. Top. So we're going to go 7 from the top. Thank you, Katie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That is where the cut's going to be. And now I want to show you the screen real quick. I'm going to label the first one so nobody thinks I'm swapping anything out. I love that Paul Maitland got that reference. Hellbolt might have. Lady definitely did. 13. So you know there's nothing here. Yeah, Mr. Young, we're just getting started. All right, amalgamation is going to go 13, 11, 14, 10, 8, 9, 3, 6, 2, 15. I'm not changing the order because that's what Kismet gave us. So that is what we're going with. 11, 14, 10, 10, 10, a freaking 10. Hold on, I gotta try it again. 12. That's the one. Paul's like, I got the Urban Dictionary open at all times. And then 2 and 15. 2, 15. There we go. Carlos! I'm sorry you're dealing with a head cold there, Carlos. But Carlos, I'm going to tell you, you're probably happy you weren't here because so many awesome things were pulled that you would probably cry. I'm not saying you will cry, but you probably would have cried. You get used to CPAP. I love my CPAP. I'm not gonna lie, my CPAP is my favorite. Yes, having a head cold with a CPAP sucks. I have to tell you, the best thing to do is just a little bit of the Vicks inhaler beforehand, and it usually helps. All right, number 12 was the next one as far as I can remember. I don't think I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, well, I'm wrong. So this will be ice. Breathing while sleeping is a life changer. I concur. All right, Ice Wolf. You have I shouldn't say you. DCD Collects presents Amalgamation, original artwork by Dr. Elvin Hernandez, and comic books by us. Oh no, it's starting already. Oh goodness, Carlos, close your eyes, sweetheart. Close your eyes. It's happening. Oh, it's happening. The Walking Dead X Spawn. Oh, it's happening. Carlos, I love you. But that's Spawn Batman. And number 11, we don't even need to know. We already know number 11. We already know how this is going down. Number 11. No, that's number 9. That's number 11. Number 11. Omnivore. It's The Walking Dead meeting Omni-Man, a mashup by Dr. Elvin Hernandez. But you'll notice something. It says 11B. Uh-oh, I wonder if there's an 11A. Hello, Don. Hello, Bourbon. Why, yes, there is. There is an 11A. And it's Bat Out of Hell. The Batman Spawn mashup. It's a biggin'. I like 'em big. Ice Wolf, you are getting it started. Katie, I agree. I agree 100%. I am in total agreement with you, and I think anybody who says otherwise is a liar. All right, Ice. Here we go. Expect Carlos to be slipping in them DMs, if not already. Oh, Bourbon, I used to think it was the motion in the ocean. But as somebody who was in the Navy, pretty much any craft can navigate any ocean. But the bigger the craft, the easier the ride. All right, Dangle-lang. I need you to pick a number. Your number will be either... What's going on, Q? Hey, don't tell Q about the Super Bowl squares. Dangle, you need to choose 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4, or 2-5. 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4, or 2-5. Those are your choices. Your other item is already here. The Bills poison darted my Eagles? Didn't the Eagles beat the Bills? I could have sworn you guys won our game. 2-4. Well, I mean, if we shared anything, it didn't help us. So I am going to say, Bourbon, whoever you played after the Bills probably figured out Jalen Hurts and the rest of the team and shared that information. So it wasn't the Bills, it was whoever you played after the Bills figured the scheming out and shared it with the rest of the league. So, Dangle, do you want Super Glow first, or would you like Supercharged? What's going on, Doug? How you doing, man? The Niners figured him out and then spread the word. Yeah, the Bills and the Eagles was just a slugfest. That's all that was. That was two heavyweight titans slobber knocking and just going. All right, we'll start with Super Glow. Figured out Josh Allen? Ooh, I would beg to differ because actually the last 5 games of the season, if I'm not mistaken, his turnover to touchdown ratio was far diminished from then before that game. 2022 Super Glow inaugural update. We're talking. Oh, first half, yeah. But the Bills are always a second half team. That is a known fact. We are a second half team. When you have a coach talking about how wonderful Al Qaeda is at halftime, it tends to fire up the troops. We are going to get 2 autographs in here. The question is, whose autographs are they going to be? It is. No, absolutely. Everyone knows the uh-oh. Boy, this was not in the right spot. That is... You know how I like him. You know how I like him. I like him thick. Dangle, it's thick. Katie, you lived in Buffalo? But you've been a Bills fan your whole life. Let me make sure my wife isn't here. All right, she's not in the chat. Katie, I love you for that. Oh, Katie, you know, you may not know, I'm Buffalo born and raised. My son's name is literally Jim Kelly. You also have no less than 2 other Buffalonians in the chat with you right now, in the form of Carlos and Don. Come on. Haley is sticky. There we go. Oh, it's her sister, Hannah. Authentic Spencer Rattler. Ooh, there's a little film issue here. Hold on. Let me see if that's supposed to come off or not. Nope. I don't think it's supposed to come off. Let me see if I can fix it. No. That's just going to be the way it is. Looks like the front film that does not come off is coming off. There, and a bad lower corner. Spence Rattler. I know a guy who likes Spence. Buffalonians? Man, I don't know. Do you know of Hammer Amusements? I don't think I do, unless I do and didn't know. I have lived everywhere, Katie. Orchard Park, Colden, downtown on Allen Street. I lived in Cheek de Vegas. I own a house in Lockport still. Yeah. I mean, I got my Jim Kelly jersey on right now. Emory. Gunslinger George. Oh, if it's the carnival, then yes, I would have known them. I was a huge Carney fan. And I say that with all of the love deserved. The Queen of Heaven Carnival, the St. Barnabas Lawn Fete, the obviously the America's Fair. Yeah, I've been around. Rochester, I am a massive Nick Tahou's fan. Home of the garbage plate. All right, let's get some autos. Hey now, Angel Reese. That's a 3 out of 5. I dig the look of these cards, and they seem to be the short printed ones with this look here. Dig it. Yeah, T-Bone took a crash course in WNBA last night and realized the autographs he got are pretty dang solid. That's Danielle Kang. Look at Danielle's signature. Ms. Kang, you have a gorgeous signature. I am a big fan of yours just as a collector, and I want to point out how well and how much time you put into your sig. You've heard of Kang. She's the conqueror. Out of 50. Trade Club out of 50. Probably because she signs 27 a year. Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. Haley. All right, on to the next one. 2023 Supercharged Series 3. This is the last one I have queued up. Get your orders in. Never mind, I just buzzed when I looked at my phone, and we have a lot to go through. This is going to be fun. It is. You know, Katie, you'd think an artist would have a great signature. Okay, alright, alrighty, okay. We'll start right here. Looks like you spilled ink. Oh, is it like, is your signature similar to Ralph Steadman's? Listen, Dangle. I'm gonna open this because I love you. Oh, speaking of signatures, and speaking of sumo, did you know, because I did you know that sumo wrestlers do not sign their name in a traditional manner? It is actually a thing that the Yokozunas, and only the Yokozunas, actually hand stamp a page and then calligraphy sign over it, and then those are given to the fans. And you must be a Yokozuna to be able to use them. And there might be one other stage slightly below Yokozuna that you're allowed to do it. But their autograph is literally their hand stamp in ink over a, with their calligraphy name over the top of it, and then certified chops in the upper right and lower left-hand corner, as tradition dictates. So now I need to get myself a Yokozuna autograph. Specifically the 69th Yokozuna, who was an absolute monster and arguably the best Yokozuna ever, having the most career wins before retiring super young. I'm pretty sure the numbered card out of 500 was your hit. And it was. Hooray! Hey, I got a little art and music for you, bud. Oh, look, a big fatty. You know I love it. All right, artists and fan of artists, here we go. Watteau. And we know that is Degas. I would love to see some handwriting here. I would love a big ol' cut auto. Delacroix. Eugene Delacroix. And Michelangelo. Ooh, this one's thick. This one's fat. Let's work our way up to the fatty. Let's start with them thick. Ooh-wee! Speaking of spilled ink, how about a Jackson Pollock? I believe it's Pennsylvania's own Jackson Pollock. Joseph Haydn. All right, fatty, let's do it. There you go, Renoir. He grew up in Arizona. Why did I think he died in Pennsylvania? Magritte. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what it is, but whatever it is, it looks old and dirty. Yeah, see, Doug, I guess I don't know anything. I have no clue what this is. I would love to find out, though. It looks interesting, and it's definitely it's a hit. The Pollock, number one, I do not believe number one was in the Jackson Pollock I know this. The Jackson Pollock in the Albright Knox Art Museum had red paint in it. I believe this is just blue, white, and yellow. Yeah, blue, white, yellow, green. The one that was in New York is right by the de Kooning, and the name of the de Kooning painting is called Gotham News, because when de Kooning was trying to remove paint that he overlayered, he was using newspaper to blot it, and part of the newspaper actually imposed itself into the paint, and he thought that was a great idea. So he kept it because it was a New York City newspaper, thusly he called it the Gotham News. And that is the only de Kooning painting I know. The Pollock painting I know had red in it. It has a match in it that he dropped while painting it. Oh, I don't doubt it. Jackson was a bit of a booze hound. I got a black Mylar here for you. Kobe! Oh, that's a dope card. I like this one. Wow. Is that the year after his rookie? No. When was Kobe's rookie? He was in like 98, right? Wasn't he in the 90s? I think it was 98. Never mind. 96. Okay. Yeah, I figured it was the 90s. See, I'm just off today. That's okay. Today's a better day than yesterday, so it doesn't matter. Your final item is the yellow Mylar. This is a nice thick Mylar. Let's see what's in the gold. I like gold. Oh, dangle. Oh, dangle. How about a little MHJ, baby? Hey now. Hey now. Another one. Another one. There you go, homie. Price of admission. Congratulations. That is a massive hit. Massive, massive. Speaking of massive, I gotta see what my next order is. Alrighty then. You know, there's always one banger, Dangle. There's always one. All right, Mr. Young. Let me hand you some squares real quick. 3 for the DCD Collects pool. 8, 11 for the Super Break. Oh, we're gonna get nasty. Maserati Marv. Love it. Mr. Young, where would you like me to begin? Q, you're up after Mr. Young. How's it going, Abby? Abby, how are you? I love that. I love that Abby's coming in and like, all right, Bourbon would like to know. He's too angry to do it himself. I have been tasked with negotiation. All right, let's actually start with some 7-year. Let's do 7-year, then we'll do Founders, and then we'll end it on Keepsake. All right, let's get it started. That would be Leonardo da Vinci. Little article about him. Don't need to dwell on that. Oh, thank you. That's J.D. Rockefeller, a little handwriting sample from him or one of his contemporaries. So, Katie, my job, as silly as it sounds, besides entertaining all of you with my craziness, I am an unboxer, aka a breaker. You order a box, I open it for you on screen and show you all of the awesome stuff inside, and then I secure it very nicely and ship it to your door. You know all of those YouTube channels of little kids opening up toys? Yeah, that's me. Donald J. Trump. Something about fuel and candid and flicts. Ah, how about some G-dub? That's G. Washington, the fiery red-headed first president of the United States. That's right, the United States first president, a ginger. Why, that is a very fine mustache, Mr. Hans Wilsdorf. Oh, I am full of crazy knowledge, and about 90% of it is true. Just don't ask me, apparently, about Jackson Pollock. I would say his mustache is comparable to mine. Yeah, that's valid. Oh, that's Mr. Morse, inventor of the code. Snapple caps. Ha ha ha, I love it. I love it. Snapple facts. Samuel Adams. This is actually the recipe for his Boston lager. As you can see, you have to heat it on low with a flank steak and then send it to Milan. Booker T! Can you dig it, sucker? Nice little handwriting sample of Booker T. Washington. All right, what we got? Last one. Whoop! Oh, wow! Caesar. That is, boy, that does look silver. That is also that's a hand-struck misstrike. So, back in the era of Roman coins, and in most cases Greek coins as well, how they were done is very interesting. They would have a bench. The bench would have a recessed metal slot, and on the side of inside of that would be the front side of the coin, and the hammer had the backside of the coin engraved in the hammer. So you would put the piece of the slag or whatever metal you're using, you would drip it into the top, and then you would hit it with the hammer to make the bottom. But this one shows a misstrike where he was way off in striking the back with the front. So this coin minter, a little sauced probably when he was minting the coin, but very cool. Dig it. Nice little call there. All right, Founders. Founders. The old Founders edition. All right, Trevor, don't get jelly at whatever's in here. I know you got a thing for Founders. Oh, yep. Oh my goodness. This is so much nicer than all of you realize. This has a recessed stamp Scheisse, what's the word? Embossment in it. The Wilsdorf is embossed. The Cartier is sideways. And the Tiffany is awesome. That is super nice. Super nice. Mr. Young, congratulations. That's dope. I like it. I like it a lot. Boy, how are you going to top that? Alrighty, Thomas Edison. That is going to be stock. That's a stock certificate. The voiding perforations are on there. Or the authenticity perforations are on there. Either way, it's from the registrar, which leads me to believe this is a piece of stock. What's up, Ja? How you doing? How about a Thomas Jefferson chest hair relic? Dig it, man. How you doing, brother? Long time no talkie. For those who don't know, Ja has known me for about 4 years now. Almost as long as Scuba. And that is JP Morgan. Something about some minutes. Again, Founders proving to be high quality product. Don't like the cold weather? Hey man, that's why I moved to California. Oh, I have a feeling, Tangle. Now we got some 2023 keepsake. Now, I have pulled autos out of here. So, why don't we try to do that again? Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be a ton of fun? I think it'd be fun. All right, bon chance. Oh, hello there. Hermes, Gucci, and Wertheimer. Triple relic. That would be part of the Gucci bag. Oh no, it's the Gucci shoes. That is the Hermes scarf. And that's the handbag. There you go, homie. Dangle, yes, we are very aware. We're also aware that it's selling out pretty quickly. Everywhere. All right, Q. You have 8 super break squares coming. And 2 of our squares coming. Now, Q, I gotta ask you a question. Which box would you like? You can have 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, or 2-5. 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-5. Yeah, I already got yours, Dangle. 2-5. All right, we all know he wants the autographed Dr. Dre Chronic album. I say we just go ahead and pull it for him right now. What do you say we toss those good vibes over to my boy Q? Let's get Q happy. Box 2-5, 2023 Supercharged Series 3. 3 guaranteed hits. Let's get them. We're going to start it off with some art and music. Okay. Interesting. Degas and Frida. Now that looks more like the Pollock that was in Buffalo. And we got some Vincent van Gogh. Abby coming in hot. Coming in hot. You know, Bourbon, I have a comeback to that. But boy oh boy, it depends on what mood you're in. Diego. Oh, diaper. Yeah, that's Vermeer, and that's a handwriting sample. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Bourbon's like, I'm all ears. Bourbon. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. No matter where Abby goes, she's coming in hot. That's awesome. Rembrandt. Painting the corners of the strike zone. I mean, is that the king copping a feel? Oh, never mind. It's the Jewish bride. Convergence 1952. Oh, I was right! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I may not know where he was born or where he died, but I know where this painting was hanging. How about that? You just witnessed that happening. You know, I'm not just a pretty voice. I'm a cultured swine. How you like that, Don? Now find the match. Well, my glasses aren't that good. Oh, big old jumbo Monet. Oh, this is big. Oh, that's really big. Woo-wee. Hey now. I'm sorry, that's not Monet. That's Manet. My bad. Manet. IQ. Russell. A little bit of Russell Westbrook. Hey, look, it's Sammy Howell. It says rainbow first. It is a rainbow first. Q, don't we have a Washington fan in the league? I think you could give that to them or bait them into a trade. All right, last item is an autograph or burn it. I don't know who this is.